Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my January favorites. I'm actually filming a lot of videos today, so get ready to be seeing me in this outfit a lot over the next little while. This video is going to be kind of like half updates and half favorites, which I think will be okay because I don't have a ton of favorites to talk about this month. I just feel like I have a lot to say. I feel like a lot happened this month, and I know everyone always says that like, oh wow, the month went by so fast, like I blinked and it was gone. But for me, January was like the opposite. It honestly felt like 6 years of my life went by. It was like the longest month ever for some reason. It's like so bizarre and so completely opposite, but let me know if you felt the same way about January. But anyways, the first thing I want to acknowledge is I want to give you guys a gigantic thank you because I actually just hit 25,000 subscribers and I can't even believe it. Like, I don't think it's even fully like registered in my mind yet because my channel grew so much in January. I am just so insanely grateful. You guys honestly just don't even understand. I can't put it into words. I am so thankful for every single one of you, so thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. It really means the world to me. I really genuinely love making YouTube videos. Like, it's something that I'm just truly passionate about and truly love doing. So thank you guys so much. So the next thing I want to update on is the fact that I want to kind of like improve my editing and my filming and everything a lot this year. So I basically just have really big plans for 2016, but I finally upgraded my iMovie this month, and I'm sure some of you guys have noticed I'm trying to get better at editing, and I upgraded it. And I literally had the oldest version of iMovie ever. Like, my MacBook I've had for just about 4 years and I had never updated it, and I literally could not do anything on the version that I had. So right now I'm just kind of like figuring everything out and just playing around with it and seeing what I can do, and I'm having a lot of fun doing that. I'm really just learning the ropes and trying to figure it out still because I've only had it for like a few weeks. I eventually want to upgrade to Final Cut Pro, which my brother actually already has, so I can just use his because he edits film on like a more professional kind of level. I decided not to dive straight into it though because from what I hear it's pretty complicated, and I guess iMovie is kind of like designed to transition you into Final Cut Pro. So another kind of techie thing, I also got a new camera this month. This is the Sony a5000. It's so much smaller than my current camera. Right now I'm filming on my Canon T3i, which is what I usually use. I haven't used this a whole lot yet. If you saw my recent what I eat in a day video, I actually filmed all the close-up and like food clips with this camera. Since it is so much smaller, it's a lot easy to do things like this, and the autofocus on it is a little bit better. I think I already said this, but I haven't like filmed like an actual sit-down video like this yet, so I can't speak to the quality for that. So far I'm really enjoying it. I guess this could kind of be a favorite. I haven't had it for too long though, so I'm just still figuring it out. Now that I also have this camera, I want to start doing more kind of like creative and artistic kind of videos. So if you guys have any video requests, comment down below and let me know for sure. I'm also currently working on a better setup for filming tutorials. I really like doing tutorials, but I've just never been happy with how they turn out because of my filming setup. So I'm just kind of working on a setup that I will actually be happier with so I can start doing them more. Once again, any tutorial requests or like get ready with me kind of videos, let me know down below. And finally, before we jump into the favorites, the last thing I want to mention is that I'm trying to get back into my other social media a lot more recently. So Instagram and Twitter are the main things that I use. I'll have my usernames right over here. They're both just Sari Rihanna though on Instagram and Twitter. I've been really into Twitter lately, so definitely follow me on there. And yeah, check out my other social media. I would really appreciate it. But anyways, let's get into what we are all here for. That is the actual beauty favorites for this month. Like I said, not a ton to talk about this month, so I'm going to try and go through it relatively fast. So as you guys have probably noticed, this month I have gotten back into wearing winged liner on a pretty regular basis. So I thought I would share with you guys my kind of favorite winged liner combination because I do use two separate products to achieve this look. And the first is the Lorac Front of the Line Pro liner, just in black. This is my favorite liquid liner in the pen kind of format. I wasn't a big fan of the Kat Von D tattoo liner, but this is just like a little really super fine brush tip. You can create like literally the most thin lines with this liner ever. So I start off with that, and then what I do, I apply this product over top of it, and this is the Makeup Forever Aqua Cream. It's like a waterproof cream shadow, and it's in shade 27, which is just like a plain matte black. So what I'll do is, like I said, I will draw on my wing with the Lorac eyeliner, and then I take a small angled brush and I just take this and kind of pat it over top of the line to mattify it, because to me, black liquid liner or black eyeliner in general, when it is not matte, it just doesn't look right. It doesn't look finished, and I've honestly tried so many different liners and none of them dry matte on me for some reason. Like even the Kat Von D, I know some people when they apply it, it's matte, but on me it has like a really strong sheen, and I just do not like the look of that on me personally. It may kind of seem like an unnecessary step, but it literally takes 2 seconds, but it really transforms the entire look in my opinion, and just gives you that nice, really finished, defined, crisp black eyeliner. You may also think, why don't you just use a gel liner? I've never tried gel liner, and I'm just kind of afraid to. I just don't think I'll have the control I want with like a brush. I have done that with like matte black eyeshadows in the past, but it just can end up looking a little bit sloppy. Like you kind of lose that really nice precision, so that is why I like that matte cream shadow over top of it. Also recently this month I have gone back to filling in my brows with the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in Auburn. I've had this for like a really long time, and brow powder is what I usually use. I was using my Brow Wiz and I just felt like my brows weren't turning out how I wanted them to, so I just went back to this, so I thought I would give it a little mention. Also a quick shout out to the Glam Glow Thirsty Mud Cleanser. I actually used this up, so my one complaint is that it didn't last very long, but I really enjoyed this cleanser. It's just really what my skin needed this month, I felt, since my skin's been a little bit dry and dehydrated. It just smells amazing, and I feel like the Thirsty Mud products have just a really nice healing and soothing kind of effect on my skin, even though I do have acne, so love that. I am considering repurchasing the full size at some point when I use up some other products. And I want to take 2 seconds to talk about my Too Faced Love Flush Blush Palette. This is actually one of the products that I'm filming another like solid review video on after I'm done filming this video, so I'm not going to talk too much about it now. Just make sure to keep an eye out for my full review, but I am just obsessed with this blush palette. I should probably show it to you guys. That's what it looks like if you haven't seen it. Then a new product that I've recently kind of rediscovered for setting my concealer. This is just a little mini size, but it is the Bare Minerals Well Rested Powder. This is like a powder concealer basically. I got this in a Point Perk back, I think last spring. I think I got it during like last spring's VIB Rouge haul in a little Point Perk set, and it is just like a yellow tinted powder. I tried it when I first got it, and I remember it being like too yellow, like it was too dark and it like looked very obvious on my skin. But I'm like almost out of my Anastasia contour kit, like the 2 lighter shades that I mixed together to set my under eyes. So I've started using this instead, and I actually really like it. It's very smoothing and very illuminating, and it doesn't look too yellow on me now for some reason. So I've definitely become a big fan of this for sure. And my second last favorite is the Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. Also already did a full review on this. I did a first impressions and I fell in love with it. I'm gonna stick with what I said in my first impressions. It is heavy, but the coverage honestly just cannot be beat with this foundation. It has the best coverage of anything I've ever used, and I've experimented with it since then. It's been pretty much the only foundation I have been wearing since I tried it, and I've applied it with like other brushes and the Beauty Blender, and the brush that I used in my first impressions is still my favorite. It was the Sigma F50, which is like the flat top kabuki brush. Yeah, I'll have that video linked in case you missed it. And my final beauty favorite is a hair product from Amika. This is the Undone Texture Spray. I've had this for a while, but I feel like I really fell in love with it this month and really started to utilize it more. It's just like a dry, like texturizing kind of spray. Smells really good. My hair is super heavy, so it's hard to get like volume and texture. If you want to see this in action, I will link my kind of loose waves hair tutorial that I did a couple weeks ago. It's similar to like the Orbea and like the Bumble and Bumble texturizing sprays, but it's a fraction of the price. It's still pricey, but it's a lot cheaper than those options, like 20 bucks cheaper, I think. Alright, we're almost done. I just have a couple non-beauty favorites to talk about. The first is this phone case from Kate Spade. It's just like a really cute classic leopard print. I actually got this at Winners, so I think it was like $24.99, somewhere around there, and I just really like it. I think it's adorable, and I've been obsessing over it this month. Winners actually had like a really great selection of Kate Spade phone cases too, and like I said, they're all like half price, like around there, so definitely check them out if you like them. The next thing I want to talk about is my necklace, which you can't really see right now. It's kind of hiding, but if you saw my what I got for Christmas video, you know that getting this necklace was kind of an ordeal. So once I finally got it, I was so happy. Basically, Tiffany's ordered the wrong thing, and then there was just like so much back and forth where they were saying like it's not something they made and that I'd have to like pay for like the alterations for it and stuff because of the chain length. Yeah, this was a Christmas gift from my boyfriend. I didn't actually end up getting it until New Year's Eve with all of the like problems and everything with Tiffany's, but I am so happy now that I have it. Pull my shirt down here a little bit. It is the Elsa Peretti Diamonds by the Yard necklace on the 18-inch chain, and I am just obsessed with it. Like, it is the perfect length. I love where it kind of sits on my chest here, and I think it looks beautiful. It's also like so light that I don't feel it on, so I keep it on literally 24/7. I sleep with it on, and the only time I take it off is to shower, and I think it's just so pretty. It goes with literally everything because it's so simple. It's just a little tiny diamond pendant, and it also just looks adorable layered with all of my other necklaces too, since all of my jewelry jewelry is small and silver, it looks really nice with absolutely anything. I just realized as I was saying that I didn't have my ring on, and I was like, and I had to go put it on. But anyways, my final favorite is my Roots hoodie. It's like a big oversized hoodie, so I have to hold it up. Probably not going to show that well on camera, but it's just like a dark gray with like the black traditional Roots logo. It has my perfume on it, so it smells really good. But I bought my boyfriend the exact same Roots hoodie for Christmas, and I tried it on before Christmas and I wanted to get one for myself, so I went ahead and bought that, and I've been living in it this month because it's so cozy and so like well made. It's such good quality. I feel like everyone just needs like a really cozy oversized pullover hoodie for those days when you're just like tired or like running errands or whatever. I think it's just like a complete necessity. And yes, this is a men's hoodie. When I went to the Roots store to get my own, I looked at all the colors and everything, and this was just my favorites, and they only had it in the men's hoodies, which I'm fine with because it's like super comfy and cozy, like I said. So that wraps up my January favorites video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up because it really helps me out. And of course, if this is the first video of mine you are seeing, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys again so much for 25K. I'm sorry there's cars going by and I have my window open, so sorry if there's background noise, but thank you guys so much. You guys honestly just don't know how much it means to me, so thank you truly from the bottom of my heart. Like I said, I'm going to go film a bunch of other videos right now, so I will talk to all of you guys in my next video. Bye! So easy to get home from a really long day at work and be like, oh, I don't want to spend a ton of time cooking like a huge meal and everything, so you just like throw a frozen pizza in the oven because it's just easy.